In this question, it's asking us to find the roots of the following polynomial. Remember, the roots are, if we have an x and a y axis, we're trying to find out where does it cross the x-axis. Now, in this case, we have a cube root, so therefore my graph should look something like this. 1, 1, 2, and 3. So we're trying to find out where does it cross the x-axis. In this case, it will be this one, and this one. And we're going to be doing it algebraically. We need to be able to factor this out. If we notice, we have 4 terms, so we can do it by grouping. We're going to group the first 2 and then the second 2. On the first 2, one number divides 3, that also divides 21. So we can factor out a 3. They both have x's, so I can take out x squared. And then what's left behind? What do I need to multiply 3x squared to end up with a 3x to the third will just be x. And what do I need to multiply 3x squared to end up with negative 21x squared will be negative 7. On the second one, what can I factor out from those two? What can I factor out of the 2 and the 14? I can factor a positive 2. And what's left behind? What do I need to multiply 2 to end up with 2x will be x. And what do I need to multiply 2 to end up with negative 14 will be negative 7. If you notice, this one should always be the same. I'm now going to group my 3x squared and my positive 2. And my x minus 7 only once. I need to be able to find the root, so I'm going to place it equal to 0. And I can't factor this out any longer, especially because of the plus. Nothing can be done. So therefore, I just need to use my zero product property. I'm going to place each of them equal to 0. So I'll place my 3x squared plus 2 equal to 0. And my x minus 7 equal to 0. The second one's very easy to solve. Go and draw the line. I'm going to go ahead and move my 7 to the right. It's a negative 7 becomes a positive 7. That's my first solution. On the second one, I'm going to draw the line. I need to leave the x by itself. First, I'm going to move my 2 to the right. It's a positive 2 becomes a negative. So I have 3x squared is equal to negative 2. I need to leave the x by itself, so therefore I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. The 3's cancel. So now I just have x squared is equal to negative 2 over 3. In order to be able to get rid of the square, I'm going to have to take the square root on both sides. The square and the square root cancels. And I just have x is equal to, remember that whenever you take the square root on both sides, you have plus or minus. Since we have a negative inside, my answer should have an I. And we're going to leave the square of 2 over 3 as is. There's a way to simplify that once again, but we'll cover that later on in the class. So we have 3 answers. So let's see, the first one should be positive 7, and they all have positive 7. I know my answer should have an I, so therefore my answer will be letter B.